$500 for your organization mean? If you use LinkedIn, anybody use LinkedIn? Love it. You can find funders on LinkedIn. You know how to do that? You go to, well, first of all, check your network, right? Once you get to 500, it stops counting. And so I don't know how many I have, but what I do is I think about what grant do I want? What is there? Who do I want to get money from? So let's see if I see a grant that's open in RFP. Anybody know? Oh, 5 points for RFP. What does that mean? Anybody? Good job. Request for proposals. Get to know these acronyms. RFP. If an RFP comes out for Citibank, I'm just throwing this out here. There's not one out there right now. But just if it does, I'm going to go to my LinkedIn and I'm going to type in Citibank and I'm going to see who am I connected with at Citibank. And if I'm not connected, it's going to give me a list of people who work for Citibank so I can connect with them.
Never thought to do that. That's amazing.
So for the banks, some of them do have an application
Some do.
process.
Well, yeah.
But if you check the banks periodically, sometimes they have initiatives that they're getting funding for. We got one through Citibank, I think $2,500, not a lot, but a small grant. We did it for technology and training. And through that we will be using it to do the interactive whiteboards. It's not the full cost of the board, but it is a portion of the board. But anything that's innovative, that aligns with what their mission is, that's one thing that I always try to do. Focus on what their mission is and see how their mission fits into our actual mission to expand that reach and build a partnership. Because ultimately, the goal is to, like Pam was saying, the goal is to build a partnership to be long lasting, not just one-time funding. One-time funding is great, but if you can build that relationship and that partnership, then that creates a network to partner not only with them, but then some of their partners, and it keeps going and going and growing.
Right on. That is so good. You said something that is so critical, and I'm so glad you brought it up because I don't want to overlook it. You said that you applied for a technical something and it wasn't the full cost of the grant. So never, ever, ever apply and ask for the full cost of your program. Why would you put that burden on them to pay for your program? The whole thing on your, no. So if your program costs $100,000 as an example for a year, you could go to 20 funders and give $5,000. The funders are willing to work together as long as they see XYZ already has given $5,000. We're happy to give our $5,000, but if you're going to ask 1 or 2 funders for $50,000 or $100,000, you might as well forget it.
Sometimes it's a different experience. We ask for 200% of our program to get 100%, and it works perfectly.
Oh. I want to know your funder. I'm dying to know, but I'm not going to ask.
IHP.
IHP has funding out there right now, by the way.
Yeah.
But there has to be along the lines of their mission. IHP does not invest in small business. Families, children, healthcare, nutrition. So
we specialize in giving people fruits and vegetables.
So that is in alignment with IHP, and you must have hit all the dots. And they must have said, hey, how can we not give this guy money?
We started about
That's the
6 months
exception.
before the pandemic, and we went through the whole pandemic with no interruption. And
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. IHP is a very good funder.
We're lucky because originally we designed them to buy the food, and we got some warehouses to actually give us the food. We only pay for the transport, so this way we always had funds at the end of the month, or the end of the year, remaining for the next year to expand. So we have now 5 different towns.
Beautiful.
Instead of 1.
So you also said, we got some to give us something. So when you went to them, did you ask those people for money who gave you stuff? Did you ask them for money or for food?
No, we first of all, you have to give something to the person, a need, to fulfill a need of that particular person you're asking for money. In that case of ours with the warehouses, they had a problem get rid of the bad stuff.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
we said, if you're gonna give us a truck of vegetables, good ones, we're gonna send the second truck to take your bad ones
Oh,
to the
okay,
dump.
okay, okay.
That's the way we introduced it. After
Yes,
6
yes.
months,
No, no,
there was
and-
no bad one because we
So-
always take the hell.
So what he's saying is, so there is a book called 7 Streams of Income. 10 minutes? Okay. 7 Streams of Income. You know that book? I get that book, 7 Streams of Income. I forget who's do you know the author of that one?
No, I don't.
Covey, I think it's anyway. It says that any particular person cannot live on your salary alone. You must have 7 streams of income to be successful. The reason I say that is your business. You cannot rely on funders as your one stream of income. You've got to have in-kind contributions and donations, which is food, equipment, furniture. Even if you can't get something from a particular funder, perhaps you could ask them to be a speaker at an event, help us to introduce us to some of your other people that you work with. I never leave a table of a funder without something. I go with a checklist in my head, 20 things. And I start at the top. And of course, if we can't get the money, we're going to go to in-kind. We're going to go to this. We're going to go to that. We're going to go to sponsorship. We're going to go to free gift cards. What can you get? And if not, now let's go into you. What are you going to give me? Can you come be a speaker for me? I will not leave. And now, I'm not saying this to be facetious. What I'm saying is you need to know your business and how far you can go. That comes with experience and practice. Practice makes progress. Never perfect. I always keep working on progress, right? Sponsorships. Go after sponsorships. If you're going to have an event, find a sponsor who's willing to pay for your event. Maybe not the whole event, but 25% of our event, and then you get 4 or 5 sponsors. Maybe if they can't give you money, ask them to buy the food. Ask them to donate gift cards. Ask them to, come talk. Come up and stand at the podium. Just stand there and talk about your business. Get us some more bring in 20 people to our event. Just ask them, right? Because if you don't ask, the answer is always no. What's the worst that they're going to say if I ask them, can you do this? No. You think it's going to hurt my feelings? No. Do you think I'm going to stop there? No. Because I may not get it this first time around, but you can bet 3 months from now I'm going to reach out and say, hey, I'd like to circle back and let's talk about that. Let's set up another meeting. Let's have some coffee. Let's talk about if anything's changed in the last 3 months. And let me tell you about what's changed with us. Maybe now we can connect the dots. So you, as the person of your nonprofit, you have to have this never-ending, I got this. And I don't care if you feel like it or not, you fake it till you make it. You tell yourself, I can feel this way, I can do these things, and you keep doing those things until it comes through. Now your confidence will grow, right? Because now you've seen the results, the fruits of your labor, you've tried this grant, you've got a couple grants. And the other thing that really is very fulfilling, and there's so many fulfilling things about nonprofits. I've worked for a nonprofit for the last 15 years. I've been a small business owner. I owned inlandempiretravel.com for 15 years. I worked for American Airlines for 12 years. I've been a center director at the Center for Employment Training in Colton. It's a big, large vocational school. We taught electrician, construction, automotive. That was a nonprofit. Cesar Chavez, anybody know Cesar Chavez? He was the founder, the farm worker. So that gave me a purpose and a mission to help those who need to get training. And you have to sometimes go back and find your mission if you've lost it. Because you're not going to get funds for your company if you're not feeling confident and productive and happy in your company, right? So I want to wrap it up. I hope I've touched on some things. I know I went all over the place, so forgive me. I'm sorry we didn't have our presentation. I will ask that they email it to you, and on the presentation there are little links you can click. Once you've reviewed it, if you have questions, email me, ask me, my email is on there. But I do hope that you get all of the information to get started. Just start.
Every bad thing has a good thing coming after.
Yeah, good thing coming after you. You don't have to know all the answers, but just get started on applying for grants. Please check out Microenterprise Collaborative. I have a grants and loans page. On my grants page, I update for small business owners. I do not put nonprofits on here because that's our little secret. So nonprofits, try a nonprofit real quick, a search engine like instrumental.com or a Grants Gopher or what are some other, a lot of them, George?
I use Google Alert myself.
Google Alert, that's a good one too. You can use Grant Station, TechSoup. These are all subscriptions that you can pay, and grants and funders will put their grants on there, and then they just pop up in your email all of a sudden.
And if you guys collaborate, you can get one subscription.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's what I love. Collaborate. 5 of you go in on the subscription and share it, right? So it's been really nice. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my little stuff. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Very quickly, I want to make sure, did everybody sign the sign-in sheet so I can get you the, okay, so I'll make sure you get it. And nobody leave, sorry. I want to take a photo of all of you in front of our separate repeat. So everybody come
good
out, let's
idea.
get a
Okay.
photo and